Hey, everybody, welcome to Bizchicks TV. This is the place for tips, tools, strategies, and everything you need to run a profitable business and to take the hassle out of your hustle. And today is Tuesday. So, every Tuesday, the digital diva is in the house. She's talking social media, she's talking digital marketing, and the stats and the data and everything you need so that you can do social media better. All right. So without further ado, for those watching on the replay and those who are watching live, we have TJ Terry Johnson online from New York City here in the house. TJ.
Hey everybody, welcome to a fresh new week of talking about marketing and where my mouse is not working because I got some things to show you. So I'm working on it in the background, but I'll keep talking. Let me get a sip of water because it's hot
Mm-hmm.
and we got a lot to talk about. So this we're going to talk about what's happening with Meta. And we talked a little bit about this on Friday about there was a big blow up because it's okay, so let me start at the beginning so it makes sense. So last week Meta had its third quarter earnings call, and then there were some things about they dropped like a percent, the revenue like 7 billion or something, which is a drop in the bucket for them. And then Mark Zuckerberg said some things about the changing of the feed, which we had talked about for a couple of weeks because it was leaked, I think, in June, that they want to move. Meta wants to move away from friends and family and be more TikTok like. That's the phrase. They want to be more TikTok like. They got to keep up with TikTok. Now, why? Let's talk about that for a minute. Why do they want to keep up with TikTok? Because TikTok is where all the teenagers are, Gen Z, young millennials, whatever they're calling them, the 18 to 34s. They don't want anything to do with Meta. We've said that before. We said that several times. Facebook known this that they have a youth problem. If you don't have the youth, you don't have the culture, you don't have the attention, you don't have the advertisers. So that's why they need to go and become TikTok like. And this is what Meta, this is their MO, this is their playbook. They steal things from Snapchat. They stole something from this one and that one. So now they're coming for TikTok because of attention from Gen Z, millennials, young millennials. Okay, so that's just setting the stage. So I believe last week Adam Mosseri, the CEO of Instagram, because he'll go on Instagram and play a video, and we played it on Friday, where he was saying that they were testing the new feed. The new feed is vertical video,
Right.
full screen, and you have to swipe. Well, what is that? That's TikTok,
TikTok.
right? Also, they're suggesting posts from people that you don't follow. Again, we said that before that they announced it. Zuckerberg announced it that he wanted to move away from the family and friends. That he's going to change the feed, right? So
Right.
I right. So last week when during this earnings call, he made a quote, and I'm trying to let me see if I can bring it up because I can't get my mouse to work. And I want to read this quote because it's very important. It's very important. I hope I still have it. Let me see. I hope I didn't erase it from Friday.
Are you on your Mac?
Yeah, I'm looking at my iPad, but I'm on my Mac.
Okay, because you might need to plug in and unplug your mouse. You know what I mean? If you are you wireless mouse?
Yeah, it's Bluetooth. I'm
Right.
not using the little dongle.
Okay, so it might just need to be, how you plug it in real quick and
Mhm.
plug it because it lost
Mhm.
connection. Mine was doing that the other day.
Yeah, mine does it all the time. Okay, so I found it. So this is the quote from Mark Zuckerberg, the CEO, founder, owner of Facebook.
Hmm.
Right now, about 15% of content in a person's Facebook feed and a little more than that of their Instagram feed is recommended by our AI, artificial intelligence, that is computer code that is doing the work of finding what you like. TikTok has this also. So AI from our people groups or accounts that you don't follow. We expect these numbers to more than double by the end of next year. So that means 2023, he wanted to be 30% of the content in your feed is from people you have no connection from. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So Instagram did the test. It's already in Facebook. I saw it the other day. I was on mobile. I kept seeing, things from people I don't follow on Facebook.
Right.
In my feed. It's there already on Facebook. But on Instagram, I don't know if they ramped it up last week or whatever, but people got upset. Somebody made a post about stop trying to be TikTok. We want Instagram,
That
stop
ain't
doing
happening.
it. So it was somebody that made the post. Kim Kardashian and her sister Kylie Jenner, they picked up on it and reshared it to their millions of followers. So they had a whole change.org petition out to get signatures to make Instagram go back to showing photos in the feed. We don't want the TikTok. So because of that, that influence. So again, here comes the Instagram CEO. He goes on Instagram video again, and he says a couple of things. And he says, we're going to pause the test for now, because we see that it's not working. So we got to go back to he didn't say this. I'm just paraphrasing. He's saying we got to go back to the lab and rework it so it fits better. They didn't say they're not going to remove the feed with the TikTok. They're going back in the lab and retweaking it. Why? Because Mark Zuckerberg wants it. That's why I read that quote. And I made a TikTok. I made a reel on it so it's on my Instagram. I did the quote because I saw other people saying, oh yeah, we won. Instagram is not going. They're just going back in the lab to tweak it, and you won't even know it next time. See, it was too obvious.
Oh, so they're gonna hide the peas in the mashed potatoes. Stir it up.
Put some spinach in there. They're gonna grind up some spinach and put it in your spaghetti sauce or your ketchup or whatever the kids like.
Yep, and serve it right back to you.
So I put on my TikTok. I was like, who do you listen to? Do you listen to the owner or do you listen to the CEO? The CEO works with Zuckerberg.
Right. That is so.
Right. Also, Adam Mosseri is the face, the person you push out to say, calm down, because Kylie Jenner got like 200 million followers. The Kardashians together got like 1 billion followers. So they have attention of Gen Z. So, of course, they're going to come and say, okay, it was just a test. We see it's not working. We're going to, and then Adam Mosseri, he said in the video, he really is saying, like, get used to it. He said it real nice. He was real nice and gentle.
He was.
Wasn't he? Did you get it? Did you see it?
Be assured that short-term video, I was like, okay. He didn't yell.
It's the change. It's going to happen. He said it very gently. It's going to happen. You won this round, but you didn't win the war. Instagram is now going to do it in a more subtle way. But it's happening. So if you like Instagram, get ready for the TikTokification of Instagram.
Right, but short-term video has been coming up since TikTok. It actually started way back with Vine.
Yes.
And then TikTok came along when they were ByteDance or somewhere.
Yeah, they were ByteDance. They were musically.
Yeah, ByteDance, Musically.
And they bought them So, and I think there's lots of people that have predicted the rise of video. If they're saying it for like at least 6 years, the rise of video. I think Ross Brand has the live stream prediction. He asked us. I think one of my predictions was about short form video.
Mm-hmm.
Because you can see it happening. Why? Because this is why I talk about Gen Z a lot. They drive the culture. They're the engine.
And they want whatever information in a snippet. Say what you
Yes.
gotta say in here.
Yes. Think about how they
bite.
grew up. How did Gen Z grow up? All digital. They don't know analog. They don't know VCRs. They don't know push button phones. They don't know any of that stuff that we know. So you have to think of their mindset. They don't want to watch TV. They don't want to buy cable. They don't want to have a TV. They want to watch everything. I don't have my phone. They want to do everything on this. Everything is done on that device. That's how they are. Now, older people, we're getting mad at them. I don't get mad at them because I'm like, this is how it rolls. Every young generation and every decade drive the culture. In the 80s, it was, you remember the 80s, all the young, all of the punk rocking and this, all of the stuff that was done, it flows through to the older generations. So in the case of Meta, and Zuckerberg has known this for years, that they have a declining problem with the youth. Ask a Gen Z today if they're on Facebook. They don't even know what that is.
Nope.
They don't know what that is.
Facebook.
Yeah, they're like, what? So why does Zuckerberg want Gen Z so bad? Advertising dollars. What business is Meta in? Let's answer that. What business is Meta in?
Advertising.
They're not in the social media business. They're a business that needs to make money. How do they make it? Selling ads to brands and businesses. Add into that Apple's new update of tracking. You can ask an app not to track. That's cutting off the flow of data for Facebook, which means less money, less revenue. The 1% drop they just reported last week.
I think Google just put in some type of privacy stuff on their phones too.
Right. So this is where we're going. And we talked about this a long time and told Zuckerberg his problem was privacy, but he's not concerned with it. But now you're seeing the end result of when you're not concerned about privacy. You're seeing it.
Right.
So, all right. So this is what's happening with Meta. They know they have a problem with Gen Z. They want Gen Z's attention. Hey, Gen Z, we over here. We love you. Here's some reels. Come on over here and make reels. And Gen Z is over here on their phone, TikToking it up.
Right. Not reeling it up. The reels caught the people who are already on Instagram. They wasn't the reels. Only the people who were on Instagram picked up reels because they wanted to do something to put on their stories,
right?
And to post video, longer form video,
right?
Instead of going over to YouTube,
right?
And so, but those people were still the age group that were on Instagram. They're still not the people who are over on TikTok.
Exactly. Now, let me give you a little bit, some numbers. I'm not going to give you a lot. So, monthly active users. Facebook is 2.9 billion. YouTube is 2.2 billion. Instagram is 1.4 billion. TikTok is at 1 billion. This is active users, not accounts. Snapchat is 500 million. Pinterest is 480. Twitter is 397 million. Okay. TikTok has over 138 million active users. Those are the accounts that are active, because they have non-active accounts.
So where would you be putting your pin right now? Wherever your audience is where you should be.
Right.
But if you are looking to expand your business, your audience is not going to be your audience forever.
So here's some more numbers to think about. So TikTok brought in 22.2 million mobile unique visitors. That means on the phone in January. 23.2 million in February. 28.8 million in March. April is 39.2 million. 3 times the number that it was the year previous, 2021. That's all from Ad Week. This is Ad Week data. Now here's another one, and then we'll get off the numbers. So the percentage of US-based TikTok users by age 10 to 19 is 32.5%. 20 to 29 is 29.5%. 30 to 39, that's age, 30 to 39, 16.4%. 40 to 49, 13.9%. 50 and up is 7%. What is that? What are those numbers? They're going up. And
The
especially 30 to 50.
Oh, so it sounds like the Instagram people are rolling over to TikTok.
Yeah, and Zuckerberg and those guys know it. So I was saying, everybody was the people that wanted this change was celebrating that they won the battle. Instagram is getting rid of the TikTok feed. No, that's not what they said. He said the test isn't working. That means that we need to go back and figure out why it's not working and to make it better for you. He didn't say we weren't going to bring it back because one, it was a test. Number one, it was a test. So they got the data they need from you guys. You didn't like the way it was. So they went, okay, we got to go back in the lab and fix this so you'll like it. That's what's happening with Meta. So Zuckerberg wants 30% AI recommended. That means suggested posts from people you don't know. He wants it to be 30% next year. It's 15% now. 15% of the posts. That means 15% of the posts that you see now, and it's on Facebook. They didn't even touch Facebook. Zuckerberg said, "Don't touch Facebook. Don't touch it." And if you go in, you'll see. You'll scroll through Facebook, and there'll be a bunch of posts from people you don't know.
Right.
And you're like, "What is this?"
Well, what's going to happen is, like you said on Friday, this is actually a good thing for business.
It is.
Because they're serving up people in front of you, so you could be one of them people they're serving up in front of somebody else.
New eyeballs. But that means that there has to be a match between that person's interest and your business or your service. They may occasionally throw a curveball in there where, okay, we know this person doesn't like golf, but they might throw one in to see what happens. Like, do you like it? Or do you say, don't show me this? Now, this is where TikTok is good at serving you what you want. They can tell from if you scroll through it, if you like it. There's a dislike button. Did you know TikTok has a dislike button? It has a dislike button. If you don't like dancing teenagers, hit that dislike button. You won't see them anymore. I went through my Facebook groups with social media and stuff. That's what people were saying. Oh, I don't want to see people that don't use TikTok go, I don't want to see dancing teenagers. The people that use this TikTok were saying, I don't see dancing teenagers. I see what I like. Because you train the algorithm to show you. That's what the For You pay for you. What does that mean? For you.
Things that and because Netflix does this too.
Yes.
It'll show you things that we think you would like this, be based on the fact that you watch Star Wars.
Yes.
We think you would like this.
Right. But also TikTok doesn't put you in a silo to where you only see what you want. They will occasionally throw in something that they think you might like. And it's not people doing this. It's AI, artificial intelligence, which is just code that is run on data and analytics to say 20% of the time this one user likes videos about gardening, or 5% they like Star Wars or something else. So that 1% of things that you might like, they'll throw that in occasionally as a bite to see if you take it.
Right.
So they know it's not a bubble. It's not a social bubble. It's pleasing you, but also saying, hey, you eat French fries all the time. How about some lobster? And they just put the lobster in front of you and you go, yeah. And you, no. And you. So think about what are the dating videos where you, dating apps, you swipe left and right and all that stuff. It's like that.
Or somewhere
I think it's Tinder or one of them will use. It's learning as you swipe what kind of people you like, and then they serve you more of that. But it's not a bubble where you never see anything outside of your walled garden. They will throw a cabbage in there or something, throw some kale on there, throw some candy. That's how they do it. And it's all based on computer programming and code.
Well, this
That
is
is
what
mine.
you taught us a long time ago. Well, not a long time ago, a few
We've
years
been talking,
back.
we've been talking about it for a while.
You taught us a few years back to curate your feed. Go in
Yes.
there, and
Yes.
if you don't like something, don't like it. So we're telling you that now on TikTok. If you
Yes.
don't like it, so that you curate your feed so that you see what you want to see.
Right. And this is why TikTok is so it is such the of the moment, because of the attention that's growing with the older generation. The media talks about it. Instagram is trying to copy the style of it, getting people angry and saying these. So all that attention is like, okay, who discoverability? That's what we want. That's what we loved about Blab.
Right.
We love Black. Oh, discoverability city.
Right. And then they decided to do something different.
Yeah,
But
and they decided to. They had gold, and they threw it. They threw it over the fence or whatever. But we're not gonna we're gonna get on the Blab train. But it was just, it. You have to have a level of discoverability for business online.
right.
So my point about what's going on with Meta is this is good for us because it's going to put you in front of new eyeballs, new people. And guess what? You got to have your strategy right. You got to have your messaging right. You got to exactly say what it is you do and what service you provide. It
And
has
like
to be targeted.
and it need to be like 60 seconds. Everything is
Mm-hmm.
60 seconds and below
Yes.
on the short form video. They're
Yes.
not
Think elevator pitch. Can you
right.
do an elevator pitch for your business?
And
And
so
if
that
you
means
don't,
you got to hone down that whole conversation down to bloop. And some
Mhm.
of it is not even 60 seconds.
Right. So if you don't know what the elevator pitch is, there was a whole show and everything about it. But Google elevator pitch and it'll tell you that you have to have your business message, who you are and what you do and what you provide and how you provide it in, I think, 60 seconds or less, like Fran says. So I remember there was a whole bunch of shows. I think there's a show called Elevator Pitch
I
where
thought I
you
saw
pitch the
something.
VCs, yeah, venture capitalists. So it's not about pitching. It's about not about pitching to venture capitalists, but the process of, people when they come across you for the first time, they're gonna be like, "Who are you? And what do you do? And why should I care?"
Right.
You got to
And,
answer that.
and you don't have a lot of time for them to listen to you.
Right.
They're listening very fast.
Right, because of short form video. Because you got to hook them in with something. And I always say this: you don't have to be a dancing monkey playing 50 and look at me, look at me. No, people are winning with this on TikTok just by talking.
And talking about what you do, and if somebody, okay, so I'm in real estate.
Mm-hmm.
The people who are coming on TikTok, they may start out as 13 to whatever. At some point, they're gonna need to buy a house.
Yes, that's another part of it. The growth of, okay, yeah, you can dismiss it as it's Gen Z, but Gen Z ages up. Look, millennials are 40 now. 40. What do you think 40-year-old want? What do they want? Stability. They want
A
all kinds of
yard
things.
with 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, a yard.
They're not
place
couch
for the
surfing
dogs.
anymore. That Gen Z will couch surf and put everything in a hobo sack and move around and no man. But when they age up, they want security because it's a human trait. Humans want that. What is that? The hierarchy. I forgot the professor's name.
Laszlo, wait, is it
The
it's not
hierarchy of
Laszlo?
needs.
What is that dude's name?
Hierarchy of
Somebody,
needs. I forgot his name.
oh my gosh, is it Laszlo?
I think that's it. Tachi knows. So Tachi, Dr. Tachi says, "Not a dancing monkey." Yes, I always pull that up because that's what people think. As soon as you say TikTok, they go, "Dancing teenager." I don't want nothing to do with that. And I'm like, "Old man Steve is still kicking it,
Yes, he
making
is.
coffee, cooking an egg with his 3 million followers."
Maslow's.
That's it. There's a hierarchy of needs as humans. We want shelter, we want food, we want security, we want, so that's why I always talk about Gen Z, because they are the driving force of culture and society and what you do. Now, the thing about Kylie Jenner and the Kardashians, they don't they didn't force Instagram. Instagram, like I said, it was a test, and they were waiting for any negative reaction to pull it back and rework it.
But they still are going to do what they want to do.
Because Zuckerberg said it's happening.
Mm-hmm.
They will use AI to suggest feeds to Facebook users who were previously used to only seeing friends and family.
Mm-hmm. So this is like inserting a commercial into your feed, pretty much. It's introducing somebody, and it's like, who is this?
Yeah, it's pretty jarring on Facebook, because you expect to see posts from your cousin and from your neighbor and from whoever you personally connected with, and you feel safe inside of that garden. But Facebook isn't putting that person into your circle where they see all your private stuff that you posted. They're just putting it's what's the signpost when you're on the highway? The
exit sign.
Billboard. Yeah, the exit sign, the billboard. They're just putting that up.
Right.
You're driving
and you're like, oh, what's that? Okay.
You're like, what's that? And then you might, and if the way they did this, because I always bring this up, that in South Carolina, when you're on I-95, there's a south of the border, there's a thing where you get to the border of North Carolina and South Carolina, and they put these signs up with this Mexican character Pedro, and it's south of the border coming up in so many miles, and then it gets the kids' attention, and they go, what is that? And the parents is driving, and they're like, what? It goes by, and then there's another few miles, there's another one where the characters are talking about having so much fun at south of the border, and it's a character, like a cartoon character, and the kids see it, and they go, Dad, Mom, what's that? And it's like every few miles that thing is there until you get to the border. And then there's this whole, and they tell you it's coming up, turn here. And the kids in the back are like, turn. So the parents have to. It's kind of like that where that thing is coming up, and then you turn off, and then you look at whatever post it is. Now, it's not an ad. It's just a post. It's just a post.
It's just something that would catch your attention.
Right. And you
make you look.
Yes, you might tap on it. You might comment on it. You might like it. You might dislike it, or angry face or whatever. But it's there. Then Zuckerberg says that that's what he wants. So who do you listen to, Adam or Mark Zuckerberg? Who's the driver? Zuckerberg.
It's the owner.
Zuckerberg is the driver. He decides. Mm-hmm. So he sent Adam out there, Adam Mosseri, to say, we heard you. Don't worry. We're going to go back in the lab and rework it. But remember, things are changing, and video is one of the things that you have to get used. He kind of said it like that. So that's why I was saying, hey, y'all won, the little battle today, but the war is still going on because Zuckerberg wants this.
Right.
He wants it.
And it's his stuff. And Dr. Tachi reminds us of that every week. We didn't pay for any of this.
Yeah. So you got to ride. You're in backseat. You're the backseat driver. But you're not even driving. You're just in the backseat riding. It's like you're in one of those self-driving cars. You're just in the back riding.
Hey, are we supposed to go that way? No, we're going this way today.
And you can get out. But what app? And I've heard this a lot. We're getting off of Instagram. We're going someplace. Where are you going? To some app that you got to get other people to download, where they already got 100 apps on their phone and they're tired of downloading stuff, and they like the familiar
and trying to get them to move off of the familiar to the unfamiliar territory.
Exactly.
That's not gonna work.
Exactly.
Exactly.
So, I mean, I just wanted to talk about what's going on with Meta, because it was, the big Kardashian. They made them. They didn't make them. they were waiting for the slightest resistance, and it showed up in the form of Kylie Jenner.
Mm-hmm.
And they was like, okay, it's a test anyway. Let's pull back out.
Yeah,
Yes.
we need to be prepared and do what we need to do. Okay, so I'm taking from today's conversation. If I want my feed, if I want to see certain things, I need to go in and fix my feed the way I want it to be.
Yes.
But on the other hand, if I'm in business, I need to be pushing information toward the audience that I wish to serve and be over there.
That's right. Get your content ready.
Right, because if my audience is growing, I need to be on TikTok. Putting stuff on TikTok that's going to be of value for my audience that is growing up.
Yes. Yes. And here's another thing that I saw a lot of people, they didn't want to make reels because they don't want to dance. And you see all that hectic stuff that people do in reels. You don't have to do that.
Mm-mm.
You don't have to point and snap and jump. And I say a lot of snapping and jumping and moving. And I'm like, I'm not doing it.
Be you and be different. And just, the people who are following you want information from you. Right. And I heard somewhere in one of the workshops I was taking, if you are copying someone else, that means you have lost position. So
if you lost your way.
Right. If Meta has lost their identity when they're trying to copy TikTok.
Oh, they're trying to find their way.
Right. But they're picking up.
Yes, agreed. They're not the innovators.
No, and they're picking up TikTok's identity or, oh, I want to be like them. Well, why don't you wear your own shirt instead of wearing the brand of somebody else? But that's because they don't have the attention there anymore. Snapchat ain't going over there doing all that.
Snapchat is good. It's a niche app. They're happy with their people. They're not trying to take over the world.
Mm-mm.
They know everybody's not their customer. And the thing is with I'm not saying don't use Instagram or don't feel the pressure to follow. Like Fran, I love that she said it. Don't copy the other people. What if they jumping off a cliff? You gonna jump off too? Because they're jumping off. Heck no. I was like, from day one, I've said, when you're doing short form video, you have to make sure your message is targeted, that you're saying what you have to say, but you have a few seconds to say it. And it's easy to do. You just have to practice it. Right. Put out what you think. And if there's not a reaction that you get, well, let me tweak it. Let me change the color. Let me do this. Let me do that. Let me do this. Okay, there's a question here. So is Snapchat going to die? It hasn't died yet.
And they've been talking about Snapchat dying for a long time.
It's not, everybody's not there. And that's okay for Snapchat. They have like 500 million active users. They have advertisers going over there. They have ads. They obviously got money going on because they wouldn't be around.
And the people who are on Snapchat love Snapchat, use Snapchat, and they're over there Snapchatting and doing what they do.
That's right, because Snapchat has a private section. That's what's driving it, and the filters. Right. So as long as Snapchat is bringing in ad dollars, they're good. They don't have to have 2 billion users. They're good.
We got another question here. It says, what are 20-year-olds on now? Not on Facebook. Many not on.
Say that real easy.
TikTok. They're on TikTok.
TikTok. They've been there for like 2 years. And before the pandemic. So I would say 3 years. We've been talking about TikTok for a long time.
Right.
Over here on Bizchicks. I think since 2018, maybe.
Right.
I got to go back and see.
Yeah, we've been talking about TikTok for a while because we were like, well, I don't know if I'm going to use it. I'm like, look, I need to get over there and figure out what's happening over there. When we started following Old Man Steve.
Yep.
Like,
Yep. The thing about that's what I'm saying. There is the factor of is dancing kids. That's one subset. There are different subsets of TikTok. There's the older section. There's art. There's music. There's this. There's that. Conversations are happening on TikTok. It started with Gen Z. Now you see 40 to 45. What was that number? Let me pull that number up real quick. What was it? 40 years old to 49 years old is 13% right now as of this month. 30 to 39 is 16%. 20 to 29 is 29.5%. And those numbers are going to go up.
So I was on a TikTok, I think it was Sunday afternoon, where Dryer Buzz does her TikTok for soap making.
Mm-hmm. And she does the live. Was it the live that you saw?
It was the live. Mm-hmm. She was doing her live soap making over there, and she was simultaneously doing Instagram. So I saw it pop up on my Instagram, but I was the only one on the Instagram. But she had people on TikTok showing them how to create the soaps and do different things. And so I thought this was interesting. So she was doing a how-to video. She could have been on YouTube, but she wasn't. She was on TikTok doing a how-to video.
Right.
A how-to live, actually.
Right. She's just talking. I saw her yesterday on Facebook. She was just talking. She's just talking about soap and what she got to do and this and that. And that's what you do. Okay, Facebook user, I wish you would put your name in so we know, but it says, okay, so they don't share about their lives. It's more about creative expression. It's both. They share their lives and they do creative stuff.
Right.
TikTok has a lot of editing tools for video, and it's an outlet for them to be expressive and creative, even more than Vine. If you remember Vine, there was a lot of creative stuff going on Vine. Right. Vine is like the grandmother of TikTok. It's like, okay, it was Vine, now it's TikTok. Right. And they express themselves because it's fun, and it's like hanging out when you're in the 80s, hanging out at the mall. If you wasn't at the mall, you went to school the next day. Everybody was at the mall on the weekend.
And where were you?
Where were you? TikTok. Where are you?
Right. And I like the fact that you can take what you said and take your skill set, take something you do, show us how you do it, or give us information that we can use on TikTok. Right. Somebody is going to be looking for, it's the same type of thing when you do YouTube, how to create a blank, 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 blank.
Yes. You have to hook them. It's short form. Even though TikTok goes up to 10 minutes, you still have to hook them. When I mean hook them is like, this is what we're going to talk about. This is what I promised to fix or solve for you. Or this is what, you have to tell them up front. There's no, what do they call the things? The intros, none of that. You get right to it.
Get to the point.
Today, I'm going to show you how to blah, blah, blah. Today, we're going to talk about, or in this video, that, or this is what we're going to do.
Get to it.
Yeah, and get to it and be entertaining. You can't be the dude that goes Bueller, the teacher guy, that you can't do that. You be yourself. You don't have to dance and do all that other stuff, but be yourself, but be a little animated, a little expressive, creative.
Right.
That's all. Just a little.
Okay, today I'm going to show you the proper way to hold your toothbrush when you're brushing your teeth and go. Somebody is going to watch that because they don't know how to do it.
Somebody's going to watch. I love that. TikTok, somebody's going to watch.
Ooh, okay. You need to write that down and sell that to them and get paid, Terry.
Okay, that we got it on tape here.
If you heard it here first, if you hear it on TikTok, you know where you heard.
August 2nd,
11:47 a.m. You saw it here first.
There you go. All right, guys. So we're gonna wrap this up because I always do talk more at noon, 9 a.m. Pacific time, 12 p.m. Eastern time, and I have the post. If you're in the Facebook group or on the Facebook page, the post is already there. Go to terryjohnsononline.live. It will be there in a few minutes. I haven't put it up yet, but those are the places to go. And let me click.
The conversation is going to continue over at terryjohnsononline.live. So go there, subscribe, get over in there. And you know what? I'm going to also say, once you get over there, get on her Discord, because I get my little notifications and updates about social media. I'm like, ooh, Discord is cool because it's quick.
Yeah.
I get what I need.
Yeah.
And I can move quickly on the information that I get.
Yeah.
So join Bizchicks, text Biz to 33777, and that'll get you into our Bizchicks group. We have one-on-one sessions to help you find out where your money is, and we'll sit down and go have a session with you one-on-one. We also have group sessions and things of that nature, and we're adding more classes ongoing. I got some new tools that I discovered, and I'm going to tell you all about them after I play with them a bit. And yes, this is some good stuff. So please stay tuned, become a part of bizchicks.net. We want to help you build a profitable business that's fun to run and take the hassle out of your hustle. So we'll be back here next Tuesday, same time, same channel, for more on social media marketing. So head on over to terryjohnsononline.live and let's get the party continue. Let the party continue.
Part two of the conversation.
Part two. So we want to thank you for tuning in. Remember that it is okay for you to be successful in your business and go to the front of your own line.
Yeah.
We'll talk to you tomorrow with Coach Karen. Bye-bye.